Good morning, good evening, and good night, everybody. My name is Sarah, and we have a very different video for you guys today. Yeah, so I figured I've been talking about this so much, I really just need to show you guys my summer through winter 2018 craft journal. It's not a bullet journal because I don't plan things. It's not a scrap journal because there's only a couple pictures in here. It's mostly just things I found laying around, and I wanted to put this in a journal. I got an idea from a YouTuber. I'll leave a link to that video down below, and it obviously kind of blew out of proportions, but I love how this turned out. We have a couple really nice printout pages, we have a couple of personal pages, and it's just, yeah, I really want to show you guys how exactly, obviously, Dan and Phil, a lot of YouTuber stuff is in here, and I wanted to show you guys how my year has been behind the camera. So, I guess with that all being said, let's dive on in. Alright, so here it is. Yeah, there's kind of a lot in here, and it only started over the summer, so let's get into this. Alright, so first things first, it opens up to this lovely "This belongs to Sarah." This was actually part of a birthday card someone made for me, and I thought it was really cool, and so I cut it up and put it in my journal. Now this is the first example of a sticky notes. You're going to see a lot of these. It's essentially if something personal is in this journal, it's not going to be on camera. And so over here on this page, we have the past, because even though I only started this in the summer, I wanted to include the end of my high school. So we have this cute little definition of the word past, and then we have a clock and all the cool stuff about it. Now I cannot show you the next page because that is entirely personal, so we're skipping over to Disney. I spent a lot of time over the summer at Disneyland, and so you're going to see a lot of fast passes. And for some reason, I went on Indiana Jones single rider line, and they didn't take my single rider ticket, so I still have that. They might become valuable one day. They might not. I think it's a cool collectible. Now, once again, I cannot show you the next page, but essentially it sets up for this following page, which is a bunch of Shakespeare, like news clippings. Apparently, some sort of theater wherever my grandmother was staying at the time was putting on the Shakespeare Festival, and so they had Henry V and then Romeo and Juliet, and they were just, I'm a Shakespeare person, okay? I feel like this camera is really zoomed in. Once again, the next page is Pirates, so we're skipping it onto the summer spread. I was trying to do watercolor in this page, like the paper obviously did not take. Alright, so we have the first example of fan art in this. I don't have much fan art in this journal. This is for Red and Blue over at Overly Sarcastic Productions. I was doing some sort of fan art for these two, and I wanted to get a handle on Red's style because she's the one who animates it. So I literally just traced a screenshot, and then I found the trace later in the summer, and so I painted over with nail polish, and I really like how it turned out. So the next page is actually a readathon. It was the Newts. I had set myself a plan to essentially read 35 books in 30 days. Obviously, I made some changes because you can see over here and over here, the books are just too long to finish in the amount of time I had, so I switched them out for mangas. Again, I tried to do some watercoloring coloring on the edge, only turned out subpar, and so I kind of stopped doing that. You might see it once or twice again, probably not. Alright, so this next page, I was touring schools to look at, I was like colleges and stuff, and one of them, there's this really pretty flower garden, and so I picked a couple flowers, and I tried to press them in this book. It obviously only works so well. This next page was really just because I wanted to. I found this beautiful artwork on Google. I couldn't find the artist though, but I wanted it so bad in my journal, and then I have a little ace that is from One Piece. I was reading One Piece at the time. And we have a poem from Thomas. It was his tweet on Valentine's Day. It says, "Roses are red, violets are blue, sunflowers are yellow, tulips come in all sorts of colors. I just really like flowers." And it's, yeah, so this is a picture I took when I was at the flower garden. And I have this cool, like, 3D sticker. And yeah, another page we're skipping, and on to this. Now I used to be a cosplayer, and I've stopped doing that for a really long time, and I wanted to do one last while before I went to college. So I made an OC who is a superhero who can control bubbles. So this is scraps of the fabric I used to make that cool shirt. And then I have her reading a Hawkeye comic because I love Hawkeye. And so yeah, I have a lot of really good pictures. I'll throw them up here now. But yeah, I had one of my friends, her name is Ashley. She's a great photographer. I had her take the pictures, and it was just so lovely. We had such a good time. Now this next page is when I went to Italy. I made a short little vlog talking about it. I really got into making a crafting page for this because we had this beautiful page and we have a little sticker from Rome and Italy, and I love this one. You can kind of see I'm really into saving receipts for some reason. I had to cover most of them in this journal because they do have locations on them. But yeah, you can see them a lot in this page. And then part of the trip to Italy, I went to Florence, and then it was just a cute little bag, and I saved the top of a Coca-Cola can for some reason, or a bottle or whatever. I don't know. I thought it was cool, and so that's mostly what this journal is. I thought something was cool, so I saved it. The next page is the last bit of the Italy spread. I think this is what really I've been trying to emulate, this kind of note in the back. It's in Italian, obviously. Oh, that's Italian. And then we have these cool stickers, and then we have the last, we have a business card, we have something that came in the wallet I bought, and then a receipt from a museum I visited. We're skipping the next page and we're going into August. Now, I really did try to have this sort of theme where I kept the month, like I had a title page for a month. I've been continuing that in the New Year's journal as well. But yeah, so August, obviously, Harry Potter. Now, the next couple pages are just goodbye letters from my friends, so I'm keeping those private, and we're moving onto essentially stuff I took off my wall. All of this used to be stuff I kept on my wall. You saw behind me, we had a little thing I got from back when I went to an anime convention, and then we also have Japanese kanji. I forget what that means. And then this was a gift from one of my friends. You make living in the constant fear of doomsday apocalypse more bearable, and it's truly lovely. And we have some more Valentine's Day stuff. This was from Cole. He loves Pokemon. And then we have this cute little thing from my friend Will. It says, Sarah, thank you for sneezing really loudly and having a really hilarious and quirky humor. You're the best. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I have this really loud and painful sneeze, and so it kind of became a staple of my theater department. Everyone would know when I was around. Now, this next page is more business cards. I love collecting business cards, especially from artists, because you get to see a little snippet of their artwork. I actually ended up buying this piece of art at a later convention because I ran into the artist again. I love their work so much, and this person, I have all of their pins. I'm obsessed with their artwork, and it's so cool. Now, this next page is a bit of a mix, so we have some fast passes from Disney, and then underneath, we have the Danger Men at Work, and then we also have some more Dan and Phil things, and it's, Alright, this next page, there's a story behind it, I can't really tell, but so we went out to the museum, I think it was in LA. It was California Science Center. They had an Egyptian exhibit. I love Egyptian history, and so we saw all these cool artifacts from King Tut and all that stuff. This is the kid. He was the first person to enter King Tut's tomb, and that's him when he's older. You can't really see it in the set well. So sad. But yeah, it was so pretty there. I also can't show you the page after that because it has a bunch of pictures of my friends on it. But I can show you my Reasons to Smile page. That included the page before with my friends. But essentially, this is just a page with things I want to look at to smile. So I have a little text quote from Tony. It was like, before, when he was young and naive, I hope something good happens. Later, now whatever bad happens, I want it to at least be funny. And then, live for what you love. We have beautiful Thomas Sanders. I do so much art for Thomas. I needed him in this journal. We have an axolotl. I sent that to my dad and he loved it. And we also have a little picture of the theater I took where we saw Hamilton. It was a bit of a drive from my house, but it was so worth it. And also owls, because owls. Now, this next page was from the Newt Readathon. It was kind of the wrap-up of the mangas that I read. KHR, Keicho Reborn, Hikaru no Go, Blue Exorcist, This Is Are You Alice, obsessing over that, Yu Yu Hakusho, D. Gray Man, and One Piece. Now, this next page is Dan and Phil. I really wanted a Dan and Phil thing because I was going to their tour. So I have the Danger Men at Work song, I have Beautiful Phil, I have Beautiful Dan, and then I just have the glow-ups, just the reasons to smile, and it's just, I love these. I really am proud of this page. Right, the page after that is actually when we went to Interactive Introverts. I dragged a couple of my friends there. So that was a picture someone posted. That's not my picture. This was the spot, like this was the angle we were supposed to see the entire show at because we were over in the far right side, and then we got moved up to the middle for the first half of the show. So we opened the show, and that was my view, and it was lovely. Now, after that, there is essentially a goodbye. Me and my friends visited the beach. I took some wonderful photos, and yeah, I'm really proud of how it turned out. This was fire kindling, and it blew out, and I grabbed it, and I was like, oh, that would be cool for my journal. So yeah. Now, again, receipts and little tags, and then I used to have a bunch of these stickers on my door, but obviously with me moving to college, I could not keep that, so there is the different identifications of the zombie apocalypse, and then the I Read Dead people, and I have a couple more of these, but the next couple pages include a lot of pictures of my family, and I'm not showing you guys that, so we're going to skip these. So the next page I can show you are some of the quotes. I collect quotes a lot, and I ended up trying to write them down on this. I didn't even get like a page into my Google Doc before I ran out of space. And so these are just like some of the highlights of. So there is burn me, tell me lies, I will still be who I am. So like this side of the page is more serious quotes, and then this side is funny quotes. I had a lot of Markiplier quotes on this side, so that's why we have mustaches as the background. Kind of a mistake because you can't put as much wording on this, but oh well. The best quote on this page, I think, is "We were born in the fires of the internet," and that is by Dan Howell. So yeah, we just have a cute little lovely quote page. Now, next we have September, and I found this beautiful picture online, and I had to use it. The next page I can show you in September is actually, again, it's not showing up too well on camera, but I wanted to write down the opening lyrics to a Panic at the Disco song. I think it's King of the Clouds that this is from, and I really love how that song opens up, and so I wrote down the opening lyrics on this page, and it's lovely. Next up, we have epic Latin phrases. This is just a bunch of really cool Latin phrases I found and I wanted to write down. I have a little what they are in Latin and what they mean underneath of it, and so it's like, Tira vero is thus indeed, and I think, yeah, it's just, some of these are really cool, and I really like them. Alright, so next up we have Interactive Introverts ended that month. I'm so upset, but it was so pretty, and so I had a screenshot from when they were in Sweden, and it was just, yeah, I just wanted to have that in my book. October, I had so many pictures for it, and I didn't end up printing enough out, so I have this little Inktober thing, because obviously I participated in Inktober, and it was so much fun. I didn't put any of it in here, but yeah. So October actually opened up for me with kind of like going on a shopping spree. The area I was living in at the time had huge flash flooding warnings, so we kind of went out shopping to Walmart, and we ended up buying a lot of food and stuff. And then also my thrift books and book outlet came in for the first time, so I really liked the bag that they came in. Can't show you the next page, so we're skipping over to this one. Fall break, we went back to California, and so I have more of these Disney parking tickets and stuff. One page over, and we have some more Disney things, essentially another single rider line that someone forgot to take back. Fast passes, receipt from the Mint Julep bar. I went with my mother a lot, so that's why she has a sticker here. Next page is pretty plain, just kind of stuff that I had. It was Halloween, so I wanted at least one page to have spooky stuff, I guess. I don't know. The next couple pages I literally cannot show you, like, at all, so we're skipping them, going over to kind of the Hogwarts things. It was, we had a Halloween party that was Hogwarts themed at my school, and so this was just kind of some stuff I took from there. And then it was November. Wow, I didn't have any good paper to print this on, so November kind of looks pretty sad. This was the month I finally read It Devours, and it was just lovely, and I was like, why did I put this off for so long? More stuff I can't show you, so we're skipping over here. I was getting ready for the Readathon Christmas at Hogwarts. This was the map that we had to follow for what reading prompts we ended up with. More Hogwarts stuff came around, and yeah, this was... I tried to draw the Wizarding logo, it didn't turn out that well, but, you know, whatever happens. I don't really know what happened with this. I was wrapping presents for White Elephant, and I really liked the wrapping paper, and then I found some crushed leaves and flower petals, and so I stuck them in here, so, yep. The next couple pages, I was really getting stressed for finals around this time, so they kind of went downhill from here, but, yeah, I got some stickers. I did this cool drawing thing. This was basically in the back of every single math page I had, so I wanted to recreate the general feeling. Most of the time they're like in the corners, so they're just tiny bits, but yeah, I wanted to do that on here as well. So actually, I put this page in before that, so when I drew this, I'm not sure it's showing up on camera or not, but you can kind of see like it pressed the ink into the back of that. But this page is actually just a coloring thing that I did. And then I also have some Redbubble. Like, I really like the boxes that the Redbubble comes in, so find your thing. Finally, we get to December. December was such a weird month for me. It really was, because of how much I was traveling and moving around. I found this cool, like, sticker pack that was, like, super passive-aggressive and super cute. But yeah, I quit my, I'm changing my major, so I don't have to do programming any longer. Next page was just kind of Christmassy stuff. I guess, again, I was really stressed at the time. I got this cool magazine. It was essentially like a theater magazine, and so they had a bunch of stuff going on. My Dan and Phil Interactive Introverts DVD finally came in. It was lovely. It's so good. I really do love it. And I also got a couple of pins and stuff, and so these are the backs of those. And then we have more of the magazine here. There was just a bunch of kids at a theater festival apparently. And then this artist, I think my brother ended up getting something from him, but yeah. We have some more Disney stuff, of course. I just cut up one of the bags that you get when you're shopping, but I thought it would make a cool page. Some more Disney stuff, obviously. Next, this was, I can't remember where I got this, but this was a cool bag that stuff came in, and then some more Harry Potter. Again, December, it just kind of went, oh, this looks pretty, I'll just put this in here. And then these are the last books I got for Christmas, and I bought for myself, and so there is an entire video up on my Christmas book haul, but I wanted to write it down and have it in here. And then, of course, the journal ends with Happy New Year's. New Year's, I was so busy at the time, I didn't make a page for it, so it's just, I took some colorful wrapping paper and wrote on it, so yeah. That has been my fall through winter 2018 journal. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you liked this video and want me to do another one next year or when I finish my next journal, because I've already started it, leave that down in the comment section down below. And while you're there, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And as always, good night, good evening, good morning, everybody.